Hello my dear students. So today we will be discussing chapter number 17, forests, long answer type question and answers. Alright, so let's get started. So here you see first question, what are decomposers? Name any two decomposers. What do decomposers do in the forest? Okay, so what is decomposers? Decomposers are the microorganisms which break down the dead parts of plants and animals into simpler substances such as mineral salts, carbon dioxide and water, which can be reused by the plants. Okay, so decomposers, basically decomposers, they live in the soil, okay, that is in the forest floor, okay, or normally they live in the soil, okay, like bacteria and fungi. These two are the most common decomposer. Okay, what do? They decompose, okay, or they break down the dead and decayed part of what plant and animal waste, okay, and dead plant and animal bodies into mineral salts, carbon dioxide and water. Right, now these mineral salts, they are being turned into humus, okay, and they are utilized by the plant for their growth. All right. Next, the importance of decomposers in the forest. What are the importance of decomposers in the forest? So, decomposer number one, they return the nutrients which are present in dead plants, dead animals and animal waste to the soil, so that they can be reused for the growth of plant, because humus, it acts as a natural fertilizer. It is very good for the growth of plants. Okay, and number two, by carrying out decomposition, the decomposers prevent dead plants, dead animals and animal waste from piling up in the forest, and thus we all know that there is no waste in the forest. Why? Because of this presence of decomposers. The decomposers, they decompose everything, okay, the dead plants, dead animals and animal waste, and thus it helps in prevention of piling up in the forest. Okay. Next question. Next question is, explain how forest prevents soil erosion. Okay, soil erosion, all of you know what is soil erosion. Soil erosion is the blowing of topsoil with the help of what? With the help of wind and water. Okay, it is a removal of fertile topsoil by the action of blowing wind and water is called what? Is called soil erosion. Okay, now soil erosion, how the forest it prevents the soil erosion. Now we all know that the root of the trees and plants, okay, that grows in the forest, they bind the particle of the topsoil, okay, and they hold the soil together firmly. Okay, now due to this binding of soil particles, the strong wind and the flowing rainwater, they are not able to carry away the topsoil, and thus the soil erosion can be prevented. Okay. Next, question number 3, explain how forest prevent flood. Okay, flood, it is a natural calamity, all of you know. So the forest, it is covered with what? It is covered with lot of decaying material and small vegetation, due to which it behaves like a giant sponge. Okay, and the forest, it absorbs most of the rainwater which falls down during heavy rains. Okay. Now, the root of trees and plants in the forest, they help this rainwater to seep into the forest ground, and thus it raises the water table. Okay. Now, these forests, it releases this absorbed water slowly and steadily into the river through the soil. Okay. So, by holding back the rainwater and then slowly releasing this water into rivers, the forest, it prevents the occurrence of flood in the rivers. Next question, describe the role of forest in maintaining the balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen in atmosphere. So we all know that green plants and trees of the forest, they absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Okay, these carbon dioxide, they are released by what? By the human beings as a result of their respiration, okay, and by other animals by breathing out, and also carbon dioxide, they are produced by burning fuels. Okay, burning of anything, it produces smoke, and that smoke, it contains what? It contains carbon dioxide. Okay, so in this way the plant, they reduce the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere by absorbing it for the process of photosynthesis. Now on the other hand, we also know that the green plants and the trees of the forest, they release oxygen during the process of food making. Okay, now since the green plants and trees of forest, okay, they supply oxygen for breathing and respiration, so therefore forests, they are known as what? They are known as green lungs. Okay, now this forest, what is their main function? They remove the carbon dioxide from atmosphere by absorbing it, okay, for the process of photosynthesis, and they put the oxygen gas into atmosphere, okay, by releasing oxygen as a result of photosynthesis, okay. So by doing this, the forest, it maintains the balance of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the atmosphere, okay. Now if the forest trees are being cut down, so what will happen? The amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it will increase rapidly, whereas the amount of oxygen, it will be decreased, okay. So it will result in the hazardous effect in environment for all the living creatures, okay. So thus the forest, it helps in maintaining the balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen in atmosphere. All right. So this is all about today. Thank you everyone.